Good early afternoon to some people, and for my folks on the West Coast, definitely good morning. I am showing you our website. This is our webinars and tutorials page because we are about to go live with with a webinar about interviewing. So that's the website, www.thecolormeb.com. A quick Periscope. Hi everyone. Good morning. My name is Courtney Ball, and I am representing CMB Professional Development Agency. It's so good to see everyone. Hello, good morning. And I wanted to, like I said, we're doing a webinar. It's called 10 Really Hard Interview Questions Answered, and that is starting in about 25 minutes. Good morning, everyone. My name is Courtney, representing CMB Professional Development Agency at the Color Me Be. Hi, everyone. Hello. Good morning. Hi, everybody. We are talking about interview questions. So let me flip back to my website because that's what I was showing before. It all came to me really quickly. Sorry, I was going to get started because I didn't see many people jumping on. But there it is. We're doing 10 really hard interview questions answered in a few minutes, which means I have to hurry up and get through this scope. So a little bit about my background. I have been working in HR for a long time now. I worked in HR for 7 years in San Francisco, and now I work in HR here in New York City, and I've been working in the consulting world. Hello! Our company actually does some research on that country, so very cool. Nice to meet you. I work in the consulting world now in HR and recruiting. Hello, Madam Nicole. I love that name. Good morning, everyone jumping on. Thank you so much for the hearts. I'm realizing I love the hearts. It is encouraging as you talk. So before I jump off, because again, this is a quick scope because I have a webinar starting at 12 o'clock. You can still register for this webinar on our Facebook. It's Facebook.com/thecolormeb1. But I wanted to give you a little teaser. Hello from St. Louis. Hello in Brazil. I'm in New York City, specifically in the Bronx. I wanted to give you a little teaser. So on the webinar, obviously, thank you so much. We'll be answering, hello in England, we'll be answering 10 questions. So my CMB CFO, hello. Our CFO and I got together and we asked people to tell us the hardest interview questions they've ever received. And we have 10 for you. And in our webinar today, in a couple minutes, in about 23 minutes now, we are going to answer those questions. And they are really, really tough questions. And if you are job searching right now and you need a little help in this area, I encourage you to sign up for the webinar. I'm going to go back to our Facebook and show you in a second. But I wanted to tell you a bit about this question that I have already. So I wanted to give you an example of the types of questions we'll be answering on here, if I can figure out how to do that. I want to give you an example of the types of questions we'll be answering. Just give you one question. And I'm going to work on pulling up the website here too. Okay, here it is. I'm going to pull up the Eventbrite page for you. And you can access this via our Facebook. So one really hard question most of my questions are in the webinar. So sign up for the webinar. And again, you can do that by going to our website, www.thecolormeb.com, webinars and tutorials. And it's the second one listed on that page. So most of my hard questions are included in the webinar, and I don't want to give any of those away. But one question that's not included there is, what is your work? I work in human resources. So here it is on our Facebook. This is the flyer. And again, this is our Facebook, www.facebook.com/thecolormeb1. And if you go there, that's the Eventbrite link. So let me jump in because I told you I gotta go at 11:45 and meet Crystal on Google Hangout because that's where we're doing our webinar. The one difficult question I want to take a second and answer for you, I received this question as a student leader. I received this question as a student leader and then also as a professional working in higher education, specifically in student affairs. And when you work in that type of community, one thing that's really important, but it's important across different industries, especially in a globalized world, especially in 2015, especially with millennials running the world, a question and a topic that's very important, at least for you to know where you stand, is diversity. Diversity is important. It's important. It's a pillar for a lot of companies, and it's for a lot of people. They really want their cultural company culture to be diverse, welcoming, and open. So a question I got is, how do you describe diversity? Or what does diversity mean to you? That's another rendition of the question. But how they specifically asked me is, what does diversity mean to you? I think diversity is a very simple thing to explain. This is how I answered the question, to be very honest with you. And it's how I would answer it now. Diversity to me is a very simple thing to describe. Diversity is having a bunch of different things together. It simply means, so if I have a handful of M&Ms and I have one of every single color, that means I have a diverse group of M&Ms. That's awesome. But what I think we strive for in the workplace, especially on a college campus, is multiculturalism, which I believe is a celebration of that diversity. So I might have someone, or I might have these different types of M&Ms. They can all play together. Let's use some humans. So if I had a group of students and we have some from all over the world, different parts, different regions, different countries, that's awesome. That means we are diverse. But when we move to that space of multiculturalism, what do? We actually have programs and services that encourages and celebrates that. So as a higher ed professional, that's an awesome answer. In different industries, your answer might be a bit different. But how you prepare to answer that question is make sure you look at the job description and figure out where diversity would fit into your role. And you want to focus on that aspect. So the answer I just gave you, if you are working in higher ed, that answer can be helpful for you. If you work in a different industry, you might want to switch it up and focus on something else. Okay? So in a couple minutes here, in 19 actually, we are going to kick off. Oh, let me give you a little teaser of some of the questions that we'll be asking. So some of the other questions we'll be going through today are, tell me a time you missed a deadline. Why are you leaving your current job? Hi, good morning. We are now wrapping up. I just answered a question and told you why I answered the question that way. And now I'm going through and telling you some of the really hard questions we'll be answering on today's webinar. Another tough one, describe yourself using 3 negative words. I'd have to think about that one for a little while, but Crystal and I are actually going to ask these questions and we'll demonstrate the wrong way to answer and a great way to answer. And I am going to share some of my HR insights with you to tell you when recruiters ask these questions, what are you even looking for? Why are we asking you these questions? What information are we trying to pull from you? So again, to sign up for that webinar, it's happening in less than 20 minutes. You can go to our Facebook page right at the top here. You can go to our Facebook page, and that links to an Eventbrite link, and sign up. Facebook, shoot me an email. My email is hello@thecolormeb.com. So hello@thecolormeb.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you on the webinar. Have a wonderful Saturday. And if I don't see you again, have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone.